moving on to a proclaimed side chick. Wah, nakwambia. Leo kila mtu.
Mambo ni moto leo.
Leo kila mtu
ameabua. I'm
telling you, every side, every angle. We speak about Sandra Dacha. Sandra Dacha, popular artist, technically an artist, but more so an actress within our community, our local TVs. She has been one of those people who's very will-powered when it comes to her sentiments about many things. But the thing that I remember the most, which is a huge contrast, to what she's talking about now, is her very strong and public relationship with Akuku Danger. The way she fought for this man, the way she was there for him when he was going through a health crisis, the way she asked for contributions, the way she would have funny videos and photos of them, you know, him sitting on her, her carrying him. Like, they had such couple goals vibes, but she has then completely turned around and said something completely different. Okay. Story starts when she goes on a confession and she says, I was actually in love with someone back in the day. His name was Dave. He was in the army. He was an army man. Dave and I were very much in love. In fact, we were very, very tight. I thought this would have been the one. But Dave went to do the war thing. And by the time he went for, what do you call those? He was sent out for his mission, and by the time he came back, deployed for a mission. By the time he came back, she had renovated her house. She had a brand new big fridge, furniture, everything. Fire, flames. She had really done up her house. And so he sat down, looked at everything, and her assumption is, he saw that she can take care of herself, that she can buy herself all these things, and it made him feel intimidated, and therefore he dipped. But the narrative was, at that time, he came home, saw all these things, and asked himself, where did all these things come from? Who is this buying all of these things for you? And that was the reason why he left. This big fridge imetoka wapi? And then he's just like, he's out. But her assumption later on was that, yep, this man got intimidated by a woman who was making her own money, could take care of herself, and then he just dipped. So that was the story. And she says she has never mentioned his name up until now. And she has now said, Dave, I have never mentioned you until now, but now I have said it. This broke my heart, and it broke my heart to the point where I never believe in love. I do not believe in love at all. And in fact, I don't think I will ever be in love. Which, again, as I said, is a stark contrast in comparison to what she was doing with Akuku Danger. Because what was that? Was that not love? Was that not a proclamation of her love for this man? Wasn't she going everywhere and talking about how she's in love with this man, you know, man of her dreams, yada, yada, yada? Moving on to the next part of the conversation, she says, and now she's a side chick. She's decided that there are many perks to being a side chick. In fact, let me not misquote her. Wacha niwapatie the actual quote. She said, Mimi, I think I am a side chick. Wanasikianga raha, by the way. Side chicks ndio wa kuenda nao kwa vacation mingi. That's what she said. She's a side chick. Reason why she's a side chick is because there are many perks to it, and they're taken on vacations. Period. That was it. That was pretty much it. And I remember, I'm just like, girl, that's a lot of confusing stories. Everything she said here was just like, there's this one story, put a pin on it. This other story, put a pin on it. And then finally this story, put a pin on it. Because I don't understand it. So you have decided because you were heartbroken by Dave, you will not only not fall in love with anyone, but at the same time you are willing to be someone's side chick and just like enjoy the perks of vacation as what? Like, what is the, if you don't love this person, are you just there for the vacations? And if that's the case, girl, you said you were rich, why can't you take yourself on these vacations? Like, it's a lot of like things everywhere, and I'm still not piecing everything together. But for now, I'm just gonna say one thing: she's decided she wants to be a side chick, let her be a side chick. You, on the other hand, are not Sandra Dacha. You are who you are. Please, let me tell you. You will think you are the side chick. Bibi akukujie na maji moto, ama kuja na mafuta moto. And there's nothing you can do. Because guess what? You are encroaching in her space. Yeah? When she will beat her man, she will beat you too. Like, let's not follow suit. Let's not follow, as I said, unless you see proof. Unless Sandra Dacha comes and gives us a picture. This is my man, I am his side chick, and this is his wife. Unless you actually see it, just assume these stories are jabba.
I understand the first half of the conversation where she talks about some men are intimidated when women empower themselves without them.
100%.
And I see how that could happen. You're like, me, I've been deployed. I come back and my kehiki understanding is over here. The house is shining. And I'm just like, if she can do all of these things for herself.
On her own,
and maybe it's something that I couldn't do for her or I wasn't planning to do, I will feel some type of way. I'll feel a bit intimidated. I will feel like I'm no longer useful or relevant in this person's life, and I will want to excuse myself from the situation. I get that angle. But for you to turn around because one man broke your heart, you turn around and say, so from now on I'm going to be breaking all other women's hearts because I'm going to be a side chick. That makes absolutely no sense. And if the perk of being a side chick is just being taken on trips, that makes no sense. What do you mean? At the end of the day, we are human beings. We need companion. We need partnership. So for you to feel like you're just okay with being somebody else's afterthought.
Technically, it's temporary companionship because they are going on these vacations together. So
and
in the time that they're on vacation, they are very much companions.
Yeah, it's a bit lonely, to be honest, because at the end of the day, this person has his priorities. You're not the priority.
100%.
At the end of the day, you're disposable. He'll go back to his wife. He'll never leave his wife.
Yes.
He'll never leave his family, never leave. So it's such a difficult place to be. But, maybe you're a side chick to more than one person, so I see how that could work, and you're happy because when one is busy, the other one is not busy. Sometimes they're busy at the same time. My God, what happens then? It's not sustainable. Don't be a side chick.